Hello, everyone. It's Miss Kugel here. This is my presentation for kindergarten through 5th grade for our Start with Hello week, which will be September 21st to September 25th. We will be celebrating our inclusive environment we have at iPrep. At iPrep, we are a family. We are all connected. We take care of each other and we make an effort to make sure that every single student feels welcome and appreciated at our school. So this week we are going to spend even more time and effort ensuring that we have that connection between you and everyone in your class, all your friends. And so parents, if you're following along, there'll be some tips and tricks that you can use as well at the very end. So be looking for that. So what is Start with Hello Week? So let me just align this here. So Start with Hello Week was founded by an organization called the Sandy Hook Promise. Parents, if you're interested, you're welcome to look into it, but just know that the purpose of it is to make sure that all students feel welcome and invited in their school environment. So there are 3 basic steps that we will talk about today for Start with Hello. So the first step is you see someone alone. So there in that red circle, it says see someone alone. That's the first step. In the blue circle, it says reach out and help. That's step 2. And the green circle, obviously, is start with hello. So we will be talking about these 3 steps. So step 1 is, like we said, see someone alone. So I'll give you a minute to think about what it looks like when someone is alone. Did you think of it yet? Okay. So sometimes you see someone alone, but it's a healthy alone time, like they're doing an activity on their own. Maybe they are drawing, maybe they are writing, maybe they just want to play by themselves for a little bit, and that is perfectly okay. We all need alone time, and it is healthy to have alone time and give yourself some time to think or calm down or just to focus on something. Now there's other times that you're alone and you don't want to be alone, but something is on your mind, something is affecting you, making you maybe sad or angry. So if you see someone alone who looks like they're having their arms crossed, their eyes down, their head down, shoulders slumped, they just don't look happy, and they're also avoiding being around other people. Maybe they're saying, I don't want to play, I'm going to sit in the corner. Those are some signs that someone is really feeling alone, because being alone and feeling alone are different. So we're really looking to see if we find someone who's feeling alone. So that's step 1. So just to re-emphasize, we're paying attention to their body language. And if you're not sure if someone is alone because they just want to be, or if someone's alone because they're feeling alone, then just ask them. There's no problem with going up to someone and saying, hey, do you want to play with me? And if they say, no, I'm okay, I'm just drawing, I'll be fine, I just wanted some alone time, that's perfectly fine. We want to make sure that nobody is feeling alone at school. So let's go on to step 2. And step 2 is you reach out and you help. So how do we reach out and help somebody who is sitting alone? I already gave you one answer. Earlier I said that you could just go up to them and say, hey, do you want to play with me? That's one way you could do it. Can you think of another way? So hopefully you thought of another way. Maybe you thought of a few other ways, and there's many, many ways because we're all unique and different and have a different way of doing things. So just to talk about some different ways in case you want a different idea, you can invite another student to join your activity or game that you're doing. Or if you see someone who's alone and you're with a group of people, say, hey, do you want to come join our group? We're playing hopscotch, we're doing jump rope, or we're eating lunch together. Now, I do want to make a note that things will be a little bit different at school when we go back. For those of you who are going back, we're going to have some new rules in place, and we will be more physically distant from one another, but that doesn't mean we have to be emotionally distant from one another. So what I mean by that is that even though we can't play the way that we used to play, do group work the way that we used to do group work together, we'll be wearing masks and different things. So it might feel a little bit more isolating because we just want to make sure everybody's healthy and safe. So we're going to have to come up with creative ways to make sure that no one is feeling isolated, even though it might even look like we're isolated. But you got to make sure to speak up if you feel really alone and nobody's noticing, because things are just a little bit different. And I'm sure that your teacher or myself or anyone at school will be happy to help you if you need some help feeling a little bit more welcome and invited in the classroom or anywhere at school. So let's say you reach out and help and they say, nah, I don't want to play. Well, that's okay. We're going to let them make that choice whether they want to join you or not. But you could always keep it in mind to invite them the next day or maybe the day after that, and maybe it will take a couple of times for them to want to join in with your game. So here's a couple more ideas that you can try. So just strike up a conversation. Maybe you thought of something interesting that day and you want to just share it with them. Like, hey, I saw this really interesting bird outside of my house. Have you ever seen this kind of bird? You could ask them a question. Hey, do you know what the homework is tomorrow? Because I forgot. Or just sit quietly. Some of you maybe have a more quiet personality, and that is totally okay. Maybe you just want to quietly sit down next to them and kind of wait to see if a conversation starts up, or even just say something like, hey, I saw you sitting alone. Do you mind if I sit next to you? And maybe you sit quietly next to them and do something on your own, but at least you're doing something on your own together, if they say that it's okay. So since we're doing virtual learning and many of you will be doing it for the whole school year, you can also connect with your friends over the telephone, or if you're old enough and your parents allow it, you might use social media. But I'm guessing that most of you, my kindergarten through fifth graders, are not on social media. So ask your mom and dad if you can get the phone number of another student's mom and dad in the class, and then whenever your mom or dad says it's okay, you could call each other over FaceTime or Duo, or just send a text over WhatsApp if you know how to write on WhatsApp, and that can be a nice way to connect with your friends even though you're far apart. So can you think of any other ways that I haven't thought of for saying hello? I'm sure you can. So think about it, get creative, and we just want to make sure that everybody feels welcome. So finally, step 3, start with hello. So starting with hello doesn't just mean you do it one time. Start with hello also means that whenever you come into the school, come into your class, when you come into a new place, you're saying hello or good morning every single day, because that is polite and it helps create an environment where everyone feels like a family. We all feel welcome, and we all feel like we're in this together. We are in this together, and so that we want our learning environment to really feel like a welcoming and warm place, because we all learn better when you feel better in the place where you are. So starting with hello is not just a one-time thing. Okay, I said hello to this one person, I made one new friend, and that's it. No, it's a habit that you're going to build on, that you're going to always say hi when you see somebody new. Anytime you get a new student in your class, which might happen often throughout the years as you're in school, always introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Miss Kugel. So nice to meet you. I'm so glad you're in our class. Things like that to help other people feel welcome. It's something that you can use for the rest of your life, even when you're a grown-up. It's a polite thing to do. It helps other people feel welcome, and you might make a few friends along the way. So how are we going to get to know our new friends? So now you said hello, you introduced yourself, you sat with someone new, you had a nice conversation. What are you going to do now? Well, a few tips are here on this slide, but I'm sure you can think of others. Say hi and invite them to play with you. The best way to build a relationship is just spending time together and spending time doing things that you love and they love and things that you agree on and that you both love to do together. Those are all ways to connect with your new friend and keep that relationship going. So keep trying, even if it seems a little awkward or weird in the beginning, it will get better over time, it'll get easier to do over time. And maybe if the first way that you try to connect with them doesn't work, try another way. They didn't like it when you just jumped up in their face and said something really enthusiastically. It's not wrong. Maybe they didn't like it. So the next time you might try a little bit more calmly and see how that works out. So it might not all work out the way you planned the first time around, but the point is that we keep on trying, we keep on saying hello, we always say good morning, how are you, and make sure that we are being polite and that we are being welcoming to all of our friends at school. So where can you apply these 3 steps? I think we've talked about this, but just to reiterate, when you're eating lunch, when you're outside, when you're in the hallway, we don't have a library at our school, but I'm sure you can think of different times when you are able to say hello to new people. In the iPlay in the morning, if that's where you are in the morning, when you're getting off for parent drop off, and you might see me or other teachers outside helping kids get out of their cars for school, saying hello, saying good morning, making conversation. These are all great things to do. So, parents, this is where I need you. So, kids, if you're watching this on your own, grab your mom or dad so they can see this part of the video. I will be sending out a list of passwords for each student to access their own Start with Hello activities from your computer. So you can see a couple of them here: Recess on the Moon, Mission Start with Hello. They're very, very cute and fun activities for your child to do on their own, which will go along with the activities that we're doing in school. So all week long, next week, September 21st to the 25th, we will be doing activities for Start with Hello. Your teacher will explain it to you, and each teacher is going to come up with their own activities. On Friday, we want everybody to wear green for Start with Hello. So in your Zoom, we want you to wear green shirt, green hat, something that we can see in your camera. And some of the teachers will be taking screenshots and sharing so that we can show our support for the Start with Hello week, because we want iPrep to be a welcoming and warm environment where everyone feels appreciated, welcome, and safe. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.